Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Under Fire. My name is Sam and I'm here with the person that I've probably seen only 10 times in the entire year. It's Sam.
Hello.
How are
How's
you?
it going? I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Good. Are you ready
I'm
to look back
tired, but I'm here.
ready
The
to look back on the
world's
year that we all want to forget?
yes, I am.
The year of
This stuff,
2020.
looking back at these things, will make it seem better. So yes,
Yeah,
I'm all for that.
in a degree. So this episode is another two-parter where we're going to look back on the year of 2020, specifically in the context of Warhammer 40k, releases, reveals, and just talk about basically what we thought about them, whether they were,
Yep.
what sort of year it was.
Yeah.
To be a 40k player, I think it's fair to say it's been a pretty odd year.
It's been a good time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
in terms of releases,
good time to be a 40k.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's me being all negative. I've had the worst year of my life. It's a good time to be an Imperium player, but let's not get into that already.
Oh,
It's
you're
begun.
already getting there. Got a bit salty, look. Oh, okay.
So we're going to go through it month by month. Talk about mainly the reveals more than the releases because they tend to come first.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of it was these online previews.
Yes. It's the Lognon, which I actually think were quite good. It was quite nice actually seeing it like in that sort of format.
Yeah, I think
Quite like that.
I think once I'd watched a few,
Yeah.
and my expectations had been lowered, which
No,
I'm not blaming
yeah.
Games Workshop. I think I had too high
No.
expectations for what they were going to come out with. I was there going, Primarch, it's a Primarch.
I think each one we were sort of hoping and praying for something absolutely massive, and sometimes it was here's a book.
Yeah.
Meh.
Because
you know what I mean?
Because it felt.
I get you.
It felt like it should be bigger, but these were. It was just what they would do normally over the year. They just put it in.
Yeah.
Into these reveals. So
I
think overall they were pretty. They were fun. I enjoyed watching them.
Definitely.
Good.
Very good.
Let's get straight into it then.
Let's go.
Let's go in. Let's start with January.
Jump in.
Cast your mind back to January 2020 when COVID was just something happening in China.
Yep.
That didn't
think it was
us.
affecting us. No.
So we had, and we're starting right at the start, the Warhammer World New Year Open Day.
Yes. Yeah.
Where we had a massive reveal of the Sisters of Battle. Which pretty much completed their range.
Yeah.
So
the whole work through, wasn't it, of everything basically.
Yeah.
The whole range.
They are now the most up to date range in the entire game. They don't have any.
Yeah.
They don't have any old models. They've done the whole lot.
No, I don't believe so.
And I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
I originally, when they were sort of announced, I was like, I've never been, Sisters of Battle. They've just sort of been there in the background. I've never really thought about them. Looking back over them for this episode, I was like,
"Yep,
oh god!" Like
they smashed it. Yeah, they smashed it out of the park.
Absolutely crushed it. And to have an army that's just completely 100% updated,
yeah,
that's got to be,
I mean, it's one of them that it need. I mean, for years people have been crying out for it, and it just needed to happen.
But I think they delivered. I think they delivered on
definitely.
On what they said.
Definitely.
So the reveal at the New Year Open Day was the sort of second half of the range.
Yeah.
And then released, maybe about a week later, was, and are you ready for this? The Codex, the Triumph of Saint Catherine, which was the diorama-esque thing.
Yeah. Which ain't just a model. That is a full diorama.
It's a proper. Well, it's an interesting point because we had the model for Age of Sigmar, the guy for the skeleton people. Who sort of stood on that.
I don't know what they're called. The
Bone
Reapers. I know what you mean. Yeah.
They did sort of diorama S model for them.
Yeah.
You remember? So those were the first two of these sort of. For me, it's like
huge.
The next level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of what Games Workshop could do.
Definitely.
We had Battle Sisters and Retributor Squads. We had Pentium Engines, Arco-Flagellants, Exorcist, Hospitallers, and Judith Ayurita, if that means anything to you.
Ayurita.
Ayurita. I'm assuming that's how it's.
Um,
So that was that was the
something-
first set of releases, if you like, and then the ones that were revealed in the new year was the second half. But that is a huge release. Like,
that is a big chunk.
it's almost like how they used to do it, where it was like
just drop the whole range. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember when the Dark Eldar got redone from like the 90s stuff in 2011 or 10 or whatever it was. It was just the whole range. They just went boom. There's the whole shebang. Happy Days.
Yeah, I remember
liked
doing
it
it
like
with Necrons.
Yeah.
It was good, but
Definitely.
there was big gaps between new stuff. But it was always exciting when it was your army's turn.
True. Yeah.
We had released in January, so carrying on into January, Psychic Awakening Book 4, Ritual of the Damned.
They were still doing them back then.
Yeah, this is only Book 4 of 9.
Yeah, that's mad.
Ritual of the Damned was my personal favourite. It was the Thousand Suns one.
Mhm.
It was the Thousand Suns, the Dark Angels, and the Grey Knights.
Yes.
In terms of rules and stuff, for the Thousand Suns, it was incredible.
You got your 9.
Got me 9. Whatever they're called.
Sort of companies.
Yeah. They've got a name.
What they're called. Whatever it is.
The 9 things.
Yeah, very cool. Nice bit of fluff, bit of something to mix up the codex.
It was needed. I think Death Guard got a similar thing. Towards the end, that sort of it almost completed their codex. They were sort of missing that. I think.
It just added a few little bits here and there to try and compete with basically Space Marines. Let's be honest at this point. Still, just trying to keep up to date with some stuff. And I think it did for the most part. For a lot of the codexes like that got these bumps in the Psychic Awakening, I think it did help most armies.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, it was much needed at the time as well.
The story esque bit, the fluff bit, I wasn't particularly blown away by, if I'm honest.
It didn't tickle you.
There were some cool bits in it. There was an awesome bit where, so basically Magnus has collected thousands and thousands and millions of psychers, promising them that he'll teach them the ways of the warp, and then begins to sacrifice them over and over again.
I can imagine he taught them something.
Yeah. So there's a circle, and there's all these sorcerers just cutting the neck of a psyker, throwing him in the pit. Cut the neck of a psyker, throw him in the pit.
Yeah. And
then it says that the pile of blunt knives was so high because they'd cut that many necks, they kept having to get new knives. They're just throwing them aside.
Jesus.
Yeah. So if anyone says to you, 40k is not as grimdark as it used to be, I'd like to point them in the direction of that particular story, because that is grim.
I bet that is very grim.
I remember reading that.
It's very grim.
Oh, and there's literally a pit just with millions of dead bodies in it, and I was like, yeah, that's...
Jesus.
Don't ever tell me that Warhammer's gone soft.
And don't ever tell me Magnus did nothing wrong. Cause...
Well, no, he has now.
That sounds like heresy to me.
He has now. Now he's... I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we'll move on.
We had released alongside that the Master Lazarus for the Dark Angels.
Yes. Yeah. I liked that. That was a good,
good
model.
I think.
Yeah.
It was a nice model. We had a little conversation about this the other day. Why the decision to create new Primaris characters in situations like that, rather than Primaris, an existing Dark Angels character.
Yeah. Was Lazarus not a character?
No. So he's a brand new character.
Oh, I thought they did it with a few of them. I thought he was a character.
No, he's a new one. I believe so.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but
I can't.
I think his story was he was
the
like...
Dark Angels got quite a lot.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Of characters, sorry. Yeah,
but it was a cool character. It's so okay. I'm gonna say it. The first Psychic Awakening book came out, and we got the first one was the Eldar one, and we got Incubi, Drazar, Howling Banshees, and Janzar.
Yeah.
So for a book to come out and bring with it one model was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I'd have liked
I
to
mean,
have seen everybody get something new in forms of models as well.
yeah, I know what you mean. I think the uh the blood of the Phoenix was like obviously kicking it all off, wasn't it? Kicking off the psychic awakening sort of thing.
It feels like that should have been the end.
But I think the fact that sort of Dark Angels got something, fair dues, but Grey Knights didn't get anything. I think everyone from the books would at least have got a character
it wouldn't have
or
killed to do
a
a
model
character.
of some description. Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I don't think. I think that would have, especially across that sort of period where I think people were already sick of Marines just getting everything, the lieutenant spams and all that sort of crap. I think it would have probably helped. You know what I mean? Sort of soften the blow of how much stuff Marines were getting. If here's something. We care still a little about the Xenos. Here's something.
Here's some stuff.
That would have been.
But never mind. It was a good book. It was a good book. And
yep.
I loved it. I loved the rules for Thousand Suns was incredible. So
yeah.
Towards the end of January, we had the Las Vegas Open.
The LVO.
The LVO with a few reveals for 40k. Obviously, we're only talking about 40k in this. Just if anyone's wondering why we're not mentioning the Age of Sigmar stuff.
We would be here for weeks.
Exactly. We had revealed the Cerberus Raiders, the Admech horses.
Yep.
The Pteraxi, which were the sort of Admech guys with the wings.
Flying
dudes. And then the Archaeocopter.
I hated that. I still do.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I hate that helicopter thing. Oh, God. It hurts me to think about it. I need to have a look at it.
Do you think it's worse than the Mario Kart?
Yes.
Do
yes.
you really?
Yes.
See, I don't.
Yes, I really do. I really do. I think the Mario Kart ATV is silly. It is. It's silly. But the Admech, they make all the things. They make the things that the Space Marines use. They made the ATV.
Yeah.
And then they come out on a wing. It's got wings. It flaps.
I don't know if it flaps. Does it flap?
But it must do. There's no getting away from it. It's got like sort of piston things where it looks like it would pull it up and down. It flaps.
Oh, I didn't know
it's
that.
a bird.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was meant to flap.
Yeah.
Okay, that changes things.
You know what? You take that model and you just put on some fixed plain wings. That thing's incredible. That thing's cool.
I'd put helicopters rotors on it.
Or a helicopter. Yeah, a helicopter rotary thing would have been.
I think that would look cool.
Cool. That'd have been.
I didn't hate
cool.
it. I won't be getting one. I didn't hate it. I understood what they were going for. They were trying to do that sort of oldie style because they've got the sort of the transports all look a bit World War One-ish, and it's all very I saw what they were going for. I think they may have missed the mark a little bit.
For me, not my favourite.
I must say,
I like to say, I liked everything else they brought out for the Admech. Loved the horsey men or the doggo men or whatever they are, and the other little flyer guys, because they looked awesome. They got flamers and stuff. Really cool. And I think Admech could, I think it's filled a few little gaps that Admech probably needed to fill.
They're a full,
few
they've
little
got
extra
full
choices
now, haven't they? They've got a full,
a
full
definitely.
selection.
Yeah.
We had revealed as well. Weirdly, in the month that Book 4 came out, they revealed Book 7. So did they? An indication of the sort of lag time that they had on that. So Book 7 was Engine War, which was the Admech, Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights, and there was another one in there.
Was it Demons?
Demons.
No, it wasn't Demons. Was it Demons?
I'm going to lean across and get it. It's incredibly unprofessional of me. Hold on. I think it was Demons. Yes,
I think it was Demons.
Yes, it was Demons.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
The winner for me in that was the Demons. Not going to lie, having the exalted,
that was cool. Yeah,
Greater Demons,
the Greater Demons
was cool.
Demons. That was cool. Yeah.
The story I found crap. If I'm honest with you, I didn't enjoy it. But I'm
really?
not. It was. don't know. The problem is with these stories that were in the Psychic Awakening in particular.
They've got to include everybody.
They've got to include everyone, and you can't have a winner.
No,
So
you
for
don't
example,
want anyone. Yeah,
the book 4 Ritual of the Damned, Magnus is trying to obviously perform this ritual, and the Grey Knights and the Dark Angels are trying to stop him. So it's like Magnus obviously can't die, but he also, he can't get the ritual off because
then he wins.
He wins. So and Magnus got away at the last minute. Like it just
yeah.
I don't know what they do about that, but it always feels a bit,
Yeah, no. I would have got away with it.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's a bit like anyway, and then we had the last thing for January at the LVO, the first ever teaser for Garsgull Thraka.
Whoa!
Where they
Garsgull.
which we could talk about now. He gets teased a few more times throughout the year, but what a model!
Absolutely.
That's what I'm going to say.
Quality. Absolutely beautiful model. Yeah.
That's all you could say on it.
He needed a revamp.
And his rules as well. I've not played against him, but
he seems tough can be, and just
how he should feel,
I mean, he's just a big orc. What more can you want?
Yeah.
Angry bloke, lovely. And I think after the lackluster October, where I would have, to be honest with you, I thought they were going to bring out a few more sort of updated range bits, just the Orc boys and stuff like that, which they didn't. I don't know.
Orc players needed it. They needed a shot in the arm.
I don't know why they just didn't bring Garsgull out back then. I mean, I know they brought out this. Is he part of the Psychic Awakening?
Yes, he was part of
Was he a big part of the Space Wolf one?
Yeah,
he was one too.
With Ragnar, Saga of the Beast.
Makes sense. Fair
Who
dues.
knows? Okay.
Yeah. But no, beautiful.
Into February.
Okay.
Moving on.
The month of love.
The month of love.
But did we love?
It wasn't. I'll be honest with you. It's a slow month. It's a slow month. We had a busy January, dropped down a bit into February. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
So we had the Psychic Awakening Book 5 released, which was the Greater Good.
Was the Greater Good.
So that was Tau, Imperial Guard, Gene Stealer cults.
Yeah.
And the other Imperial Guard stuff. What is it? The sort of.
The auxiliary. Blah 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 blah. The
special ops
stuff
sort of things. Yeah. The spec ops.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the story in that, actually. I did enjoy the story in that one. It was sort of...
Yeah.
Although it got a bit repetitive. It'd be like the Tau would get an upper hand, and then Gene Stealer Cult would do something, and then they get an upper hand, and then it was all a bit... But it was cool.
Which, again, goes back to what you're saying. Yeah. Nobody can be the winner.
Can be the winner. Gene Stealer Cult's always interesting to read about, I think.
Gene Stealer... I really like the Gene Stealer Cults in general.
Yeah.
Really, really like... I think they've got good rules. And
models.
Yeah, the Rangers are amazing as well.
Yeah.
Which is another army that's actually been basically the whole Rangers.
Yeah.
Like brand spanking pretty much, isn't it?
It is pretty new, isn't it? Yeah, no old models.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we had released alongside that a start collecting Gene Stealer Cults box. Apparently
Get out of here.
There wasn't one beforehand.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And we had Commander Shadowsun for the Tau.
Which
thoughts?
Now, we have said things about Tau.
We've talked some shit.
All true. No, I Tau get a bad rap from me, but I do like Tau. I like the idea of Tau.
They always look
and
cool.
That Shadowsun model they are very cool.
Yeah,
they are very
cool model.
They're very cool.
It's another model that's on a hero rock. But
yeah, they loved it this year, didn't they?
Yeah, this is a big year for
hero rocks. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
love a rock or a piece of Aquila or whatever. Love standing on something. No, very nice model, very cool model, very cool pose.
And again, Tau needed something new. I think it'd been a while.
Yeah, I mean they've got some older kits that could do with a little touchy touch. and bring back the Kroot. Let's see Kroot.
I never liked
Let's see
Kroot.
some. Oh, I love
I
them. They
never
used to
liked
remind
Kroot.
me of Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Was it back in like
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation in like the 90s? Just remind me of them, just walking around farting and stuff. Like, they just they're just cool. They're just cool. They're just cool.
Yeah.
But
I know what you
hopefully
mean.
one day we'll see some
I'm
Kroot.
sure they will. Here's a weird one. I bet you didn't see this happening. They
What's
did
that?
made to order Valhallan models for Imperial Guard.
Yes. No, I do remember this.
I don't remember this
I do
at
remember
all.
this.
It was a 1 week only
Yeah, I
thing.
remember because yeah, I think they did it with some others as well. There was a couple throughout the year, I believe, or it might have been last year. They did some others, mainly for Imperial God, I believe. I think it was that and what are the old metal kits for what they called the firstborn guys.
Oh yeah, the
Volstroyan, Volstroyan. Yeah,
Yes.
I think they did one for them as well.
Yeah. Now, the Valhalla models are cool.
Yeah.
Please
Very
let's
cool.
have them back in plastic.
Oh God, I pray daily to the Warhammer gods that they will just bring out an upgrade kit or something for, or not even an upgrade kit, just bring out a kit for all of the Legion, like the Steel Legion, the Katachan, the Mordheim Guard, and Volstroyan, and all of that. Just do them for
the
all
desert
of them
ones
in plastic. The Talon, yeah.
Talon, yeah, they were cool.
Talon.
Yeah.
That would be epic if they just brought out kits, and I guarantee it would go. They would sell like hotcakes. People would go mad for that sort of stuff. Being able to do some of those really obscure, but there's lots of stuff about them. Sort of regiments. People would go mad for it. I would. I know. I would. I know. I'd be starting I think it's the Mordheim. Is it Mordheim? Am I thinking of something else?
Mordheim is the game.
They're like in Parade Cats.
Yeah, Mordian, I believe it is.
Or
Meridian.
That's it. The guys in like the parade caps and the little trilly bits on the shoulders, just like real regimented tally ho and all that sort of stuff. I would do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat. Very cool.
And then towards the end of Feb, we had the. If you remember when the first Ark Awakening came out, there was a box set that came with it. Phoenix Rising, I think it was.
Yes.
They released individual models, Drazar, Janzar, Incubi, and the Banshees separately.
Yes.
Quite a considerable time after that box came out, but that seems to be the way they're doing things.
They've got to take the moolah on everybody buying the box,
which is fine.
Take the moolah.
I don't have a problem with that actually.
It's understandable.
It is what it is.
Nah, it's understandable. They're going to do it. Which just takes me back to something like the Triumvirate of Iniad. I think I said it before. Just let us buy each one.
I believe you said that last episode, yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah.
It sticks with me quite bad. It annoys me. Let us buy Ivrain.
I just want
to buy Ivrain to do some with. I just want Ivrain, but I don't want to spend 50 quid on it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will come in the future. Anyway.
March.
So that was all of Feb. It wasn't much, was it? Actually, Feb.
And then March came, and this is where the world started to
fall apart.
Drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is lockdown now, and we're approaching sort of March 10th, was it?
Yeah,
sort of lockdown. Like yeah.
So we had Sergeant Ripper Jackson, the exclusive Katachan model.
Oh, what a model!
The female one.
Yeah.
Beautiful model.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
That's all you can say on it.
It was
great.
It's great to see a awesome looking model and a female.
Yeah.
I know they've got the Sisters of Battle big release. It's been a big year for sort of like female orientated.
They're definitely making
sort of models, which has been
a positive step in that direction, aren't they? Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, having a mix of sort of Katachan. I mean, I'd love that. I'd love it if Imperial, because you always think the Imperial Guard side of it, they're just going to sort of have anyone. They're going to have if they can train a woman, women in the 41st millennium are going to be badass, bitches as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
if you can hold a las
kit
gun,
where you can mix in female, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's you see the stories of different characters and stuff that are females that are just absolute badasses in this
definitely.
in the 41st millennium.
Definitely.
They just need to put some more in. Definitely.
Speaking of women, we had more sister battle reveals. We had the Repentia, the Zerathim, which I think are the jetpacky type things.
Yeah.
Immolators.
Yep.
We had a Rhino, a specific sister battle Rhino.
Which very nice, very nice chassis sort of look. Yeah.
We had an Imagifier, a Canoness, a Dialogus, which was the one with that huge banner.
The hell is that? Oh,
no, it's not a banner. It looks more like it's made out of marble.
Oh, the big stone.
Yeah.
Thing that made no sense to be carrying above your head.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
I mean, it makes sense at 40k.
Yeah, definitely.
And they did some scenery for them as well. They got some sort of chapel thing, I believe.
Yeah, I remember. Was there a big like an angel? It was like a Celestine-looking statue, I believe. I'm sure there was something like that. I remember.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember something. Oh, awesome.
Then they had Gamma Expo, which I think is a German exhibition thing. They teased Fabius Bile. They didn't show him off. They just teased him.
Oh, was that back?
Yeah, teased back in March.
Oh God, yeah. And what a tease that became.
We'll talk about him when he drops.
Yeah.
Then we had the Prophecy of the Wolf box set, which is
which was the Ghazghul Ragnar showdown.
Ragnar is a nice model.
And Ragnar is a very nice model.
I think.
I mean, it kills me to say. Oh, sorry. Go on.
You might be going back to what I want to say. So I thought this was going to get you back into Space Wolves.
Yeah.
It didn't.
I know what you're saying. Well, I mean, at that time, realistically, since sort of late on last year, I proper got into the fluff of me, my custom Space Marine chapter, me Void Hawks. So I was sort of like, I didn't want to do more Marines again. I wanted to sort of like focus on one side of it, and it would take a bit of doing getting my Space Wolves back into play. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of like concentrating on. They're there. I've got them in the back pocket. I could bring some stuff out.
Yeah.
But no, very cool models. Don't get me wrong. The new stuff they brought out, like the character Ragnar character, which needed upgrading.
Yes.
The old model.
I've
got the old model, from a long time ago. But they needed upgrading. Which I think they did do an absolutely amazing job on Ragnar. He does look again. Jumping off a piece of
he's on a hero rock.
Broken Aquila.
But it works for him. You can understand it with him.
It does work. Oh God, yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely fantastic model. Mirrored. I think that what got me a little bit with that box set was I love Ragnar. I love the story of Ragnar. I love the story of Space Wolves in general. However, Ghazghul just outshone that box set.
Yeah,
it was just like, it sort of, for me, it sort of just took that little bit off of Ragnar because it was just like Ghazghul is so cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
But yeah.
Then we had, and I put the date on the 28th of March, the first ever Warhammer Online preview.
And we sat and we watched that together.
We watched it on Discord, and I kept saying, "Fulgrim's coming. He's coming."
You did.
He never came.
Yes. Which is a running theme for the majority of these lockdown previews.
If I call it every time, one time I'll be right.
Eventually.
You see. So we had the Warhammer Storyforge stuff, which was all the TV shows, things they're going to do, stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is obviously really cool, but we don't know a lot about it yet. But we had Fabius Bile revealed.
What a day! What a day that was.
An incredible
What a
model.
beast!
What a model, yeah.
What a beast!
I love that I love that he sort of
Go on.
he looks like an upgraded version of the old model. Like you can see the old model in him. They've just taken
Yeah,
the old model
yeah,
and took
yeah.
it to modern level, you know.
Yeah, I've got to say this year. I mean, for the last couple of years, the updated models that they've done for characters have been so true to the original sculpts and that, and it's everything that you know and remember, and the little tiny little nuanced bits of the character, and the old model, all the little bits just upgraded.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's what you
Absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We then had Psychic Awakening Book 8, War of the Spider.
Yep.
Which was the Fabius Bile book, so the creations of Bile rules in, which were amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing in terms of fluffiness and how cool they were. I don't think they'll ever see sort of, high-end play, but it had the Death Guard in it.
Yes. Which, I think they won.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Big time.
Big
across
time.
the board in that. There was some absolute quality.
You got the
quality
Plague
of all
Legions,
stratagems.
the Plague Legions.
All the Legions, yeah. Absolutely quality.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And it had the Adeptus Custodes and the Agents of the Imperium in it.
Oh, yes.
Which got some really cool
Which
stratagems.
again got some very cool rules. Yeah, that, again, fantastic. The actual play of those models, and that once you've seen them in action and that on certain things, they are very cool. The Agents of the Imperium.
Yeah.
Love that.
And one of my favourite stories of all the books. Definitely.
Was
I
it?
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typhus.
Was it very? Oh, right.
Was it
Typhus? No, I was going to say, was it very much focused around Bile? Or...
Yes. So Bile has stole something from Typhus, essentially.
Right.
Typhus wants it back.
Okay.
And the Custodes also want to kill both of them, pretty much.
Makes sense.
So it's really cool. There's a lot of Fabius Bile pulling all the strings of certain things, and he's an incredible character. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
And although he he gets away at the end, but with Fabius, you kind of forgive it because that's what he does.
Yeah, he is the spider.
Yeah.
Sneaks away into the night.
That was really good. I enjoyed that one. And then we had, I think you bought this, Sergeant Amulius.
Amelius. I know what you mean.
Did you buy him? Did you buy that?
I was going to. I didn't. No, I didn't in the end.
It was the event.
It was the lieutenant.
Yes.
Yeah, lieutenant event model that they
were going to do it at the event, and then they released it to everybody.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. So, pretty big March.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
April. We're deep in COVID at this point.
We are deep.
So all we've got is two online previews in the month of April.
Okay.
On the 4th of April, we had the preview number 2. We had a trailer for Angels of Death, which was the Blood Angels TV show that's coming out.
Which
looks sick. Then we had Psychic Awakening Book 9 revealed, which is Pariah.
Pariah. I remember that one.
Pariah. So it's the Necrons.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else is in there.
I believe in angels. I can't remember, but it was Necrons.
Oh,
was it Harlequins?
No, Harlequins are in White Dwarf. Oh, the Inquisition stuff.
Oh, Inquisition. Yes,
it had some Inquisition stuff in it.
Yes, the Inquisition.
And it had the next release on the list, which was the Ethereal Stern and Kai Ganil model. This is a battle with the Harlequin.
Yeah, it's just I remember.
From Demona Fugue.
Just the book, the Pariah. That was the last book, wasn't it?
It was the last book. Yes.
That was the last. Yes, that was the last. Yeah. That was rounding off the series, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was the last book. So, it's a bit frustrating. I'm going to say this, that the first Harlequin model to come out in a very long time was for the Imperium.
Is the model for the Imperium?
Carganil, yeah, because he goes with. I think you can put him in Harlequins if you want, but he's no use without her.
Ah, I see. I didn't know that. Okay.
I believe that's how it works.
Well, I mean, if that doesn't tell all the Xenos players to just quit and take up an Imperium army, I don't know what more needs to be said.
Well, it doesn't even
You
have the
know?
Harlequin keyword, so.
Well, I would take that he's not a Harlequin.
Well, he's an Eldari,
I would
and he is a Harlequin.
I would just go.
So that
he's
was a
moved
bit,
on. Yeah.
But we can look past it. We can look past that.
Okay.
And then we got the reveal that the Harlequin and the Death Watch Psychic Awakening stuff would be in White Dwarf, which.
Yeah.
You can make that noise, right?
Yeah.
But the stuff they gave to Harlequins was incredible. So.
Yeah.
They actually got amazing rules.
Yeah.
So,
And
swings and
when you
roundabouts.
actually look at that, you didn't, a Harlequin player or a Death Watch player didn't have to pay £30 for the book.
Exactly.
They just bought £5 and they got their rules, which kind of actually works out. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out.
Works out in the favour.
18th of April, we had the preview for 3.
Yep.
We got Illuminator Sirazaz revealed for the Necrons. If you know that
Yeah.
model, the incredible.
What a model.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was the first of the new Necrons. So
that got me. Yeah, that got me quite into Necron.
It
You know what I mean?
moistened.
It moistened the palette, and it was like, yes, if that's the way Necrons are going, nom nom nom.
He's got
all
that
day
sort
long,
of sucking the energy out of the dude's skull thing going on. That was very nice.
Awesome.
Then we had revealed.
I could imagine very fiddly to paint.
Yes, but Games Workshop don't trouble themselves with that.
No,
it's very clear from their latest models.
Our job is done.
Yes.
On to you.
This is your problem now. We had Lord Inquisitor Kyria Draxus, which I wasn't. It was all right.
Oh yeah, I quite liked that model. Yeah, no, that was a cool model.
She was pretty cool. It's just yeah, it is what it was.
Just what it is.
Yeah.
It's meh.
And then they did a limited edition Sister of Battle and Terminator Librarian, which I assume was another event specific.
Oh yes, I think it was going to be like an event thing. Yeah, I remember. I think it was a Terminator Librarian on it. Yeah.
So that was it for April. Quiet April.
Quiet time.
This is where it's good. We're going to start to peak now. We're going into May.
Okay.
We're
getting juicy.
We're peaking. In fact, this is the peak. So, May 23rd of May, we had what was called the Big Warhammer 40,000 preview. If you remember, it was the online thing, but it was all 40k.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got.
Yes, I do.
The new edition trailer.
Hi-up!
That's all you can say. I think I watched it 15 times. Probably.
It was a very cool trailer.
It was cool. It was very cool. And it got me very excited.
Yeah.
I don't care how that sounds.
Very much so.
It sounds weird, but I mean
it's
what
fine.
I say.
Yeah, you've owned it.
We had revealed.
It was very cool.
To go along with it, Assault Intercessors.
Yep.
Which, your thoughts.
What it is?
Assault Intercessors. Needed.
Needed. Well, is anything Space Marine related needed? It's not. I mean, they do lack variety. Space Marines in general, they do lack efficient units, and they do lack sort of a variety of sort of multiple options of anything. So yes, it was needed. Yes, as a Space Marine player, I believe Primaris Assault Intercessors were needed.
But they are cool.
They're cool. They
look cool.
Yeah, they just what they are. Just
it is what it is.
Primaris with chainsword and a bolt pistol.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We had revealed the new Necron Warriors.
Now, see, that got me more excited. Even I don't play or collect Necrons, but
they look cool.
They look very cool.
Sort of shambling, slightly destroyed.
The bits of them that are sort of like dropping off, bits of
Yeah.
armor have come off, and the cables. That's how I imagine Necrons. Don't want them to go too far and it look like they are literally like shot to pieces. That sort of it's a bit of a negative look then that they're that battered. But
Yeah, yeah. They look
just
like
to
they've
give
just
that
rezzed.
tiny little bit of we've either been rezzed or we've been under a rock for 15 billion years and we've just got up. No, they're very cool, and much needed. I think they were a bit static. The old models were a bit, a bit dated.
Then they teased the Silent King.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Hold on. You're not released till later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think by later, we're talking next episode. Do you want to talk about him now, or do you want to leave?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Tell you what. Let's put this in. I don't know anything about the Silent King. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about his backstory. The model itself. Okay. I'm gonna look into more of the Silent King for next episode when when we bring him up again.
Because I don't know a lot about him, in all honesty, so that's good.
No, that's what we should do. Bit of research on the Silent King, and we'll
let's do that.
Come back at you in the next episode with that one.
Then we had some more Necron stuff revealed: the Scorpek Lord and the Scorpek Destroyers.
All good.
All incredible. Not more
just all very nice models. Yeah.
And then a new Primaris Lieutenant with the shield.
Needed
as well.
Another lieutenant was needed.
Yeah, you know.
Needed for the Space Marines.
However, that shield.
The body. That was the lieutenant that they leaked.
Oh yeah, no, the lieutenant wasn't the guy with the skeleton shield, was he?
We're talking the sword and the skeleton shield. Yeah, that was the commander.
Yeah, no, the lieutenant was the guy.
The captain. The captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
that model was incredible. That I don't think anybody could go, that's not, God damn it, Space Marines getting more. You know what I mean? That was a model that was like, fair dues. That is epic. Like I don't think anybody would have disagreed saying that was epic.
It felt like, so the Primaris stuff up until that point was very clean and like it was plain, if you like.
This
here's
a lot
the
more
new
flavour.
Level. Yeah, and it's got all the little bits and bobs hanging off it like Space Marines should have. It took Primaris to that level, I think.
Sort of the end of the Indomitus Crusade. These people are
veterans,
becoming veterans. Yeah, and these are the accolades. Sort of, it looks almost reminded me of the old Stern Guard veteran sort of stuff with like the cloaked, not the cloaked, but the loincloth sort of tabard thing that was going on with him. Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
We then had the 40k app revealed.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. Yeah.
It's still
it's not what it. No. It's not
put it this way.
What I was hoping.
We're in December now. It still doesn't have its list builder.
And it's like, it's not. You can't even say they haven't had the time.
Yeah.
You know, there's been quite a lengthy amount of time they could have been doing it.
It's been a long time. Well, don't release the app till you've got it ready.
True. Yeah. Until everything is ready to go, all the functions of it. Why would you release it? I agree.
You know,
yeah.
It is what it is. So that was May.
Yeah.
We're going into June. Are you ready?
My birthday. I'd just like to say this was my birthday month.
And what a birthday it was.
I would probably say the majority of what you're about to read, I now own.
Okay, so here we go. So, 13th of June.
Yeah.
We had the Warhammer 40,000 live. What's in the box? So it was what's going to be in Indomitus.
Yeah.
This is what is revealed.
Indomitus.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Primaris Captain with Skeleton Shield, Primaris Chaplain, Judicar, Blade Guard Veterans, Blade Guard Ancient, Eradicators, Outriders, Necron Overlord, Necron Royal Warden, Necron Plasmamancer, Necron Cryptothralls, Necron Plasmacyte, Canoptech Reanimator, Scarab Swarms, and the new rulebook.
I'll be honest with you. I'd like to just a virtual clap to you I would have never been able to say some of them words.
I
You did that very well, very quickly. That was quite good. That I enjoyed
I'm a
that.
professional.
You're a
We're on episode 9 now,
Yeah.
Sam. This is it.
We're fully in. Yeah, no, the Indomitus box set, all of those models, I don't think there was one model that I didn't think looked shit hot. They were all quality sculpts, and I think the majority of them sort of rules backed them up as well.
Yeah.
Really good models in general.
It was moving into
I
that
think
9th edition rules where they're slightly more
Yeah.
powerful than what we're seeing in 8th, I think.
Yeah.
So they were all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
From what I know.
I think coming from someone myself who is collecting Space Marines, and it was the first time in, I would say, a year, I actually, did I say a year? Definitely this for the 6 months, in 6 months of releases or the prior. I think it's the first time since the Dark Imperium box set came out, and we've got like the first look of Primaris, that I've actually gone, they look incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like everything they brought out to date till then was like, yeah, it's all cool. It's what it is. Standard stuff. But the Primaris captain with the skeleton shield and the chaplain, the Judicar with that massive sword.
Yeah.
Oh, just awesome.
Here's what I think the difference is that if you look at the Primaris stuff beforehand, like the Intercessors, the Hellblasters, the stuff like that, there was nothing surprising about it. It was like, okay, there's the Intercessors. The Hellblasters are Intercessors with plasma guns. The Reavers are just slightly less armoured Intercessors. There wasn't anything surprising. Although they were really beautiful models, they were just variations on the existing stuff. Whereas the stuff that came out in Indomitus was its own thing. As we said, with the adding the loincloths and stuff, it became the Judicar. Like, all right, it looks a little bit like a chaplain, but it's different enough that you go, wow, the blade guards.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it showed that what sort of what you imagine old school Marines, old school veterans, but now we've got to the point where these Primaris are supposedly old school veterans. It just got that grim dark. It was just more grim dark than the Intercessors are basically just a taller tactical Marine.
Yeah.
Which is basically what he was getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the loincloths and all that sort of stuff. But no, quality models, and like you say, I think it just kicked in. 9th edition is going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty.
It was an exciting
it cemented that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then, straight after the preview, we got a Warhammer community post Beyond the Box where they revealed the Invader ATV, which we've spoke about many times. We don't need to touch on it here.
Yeah.
The Firestrike servo turret, which I forgot about.
Ridiculous.
What was the turret thing?
The turret, it's the like the Tech Marine sat on the little grav turret that can
that's a weird one.
Move. No, I think it's crap. I hate it.
Yeah. We'll say what we like about that.
I personally not a fan. Just I don't know. It's one of them. There's just a few things that I just think. What's why? Sort of where's the necessariness with that? Where'd that come from? You know what I mean? It was just sort of like why are you giving us that? I think this was the stage where it was almost like it's getting embarrassing now. It's like bring something out for somebody else. I think that's why at the time of this, that's I sort of had that feeling of, oh God, it's another one for us. That sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't really like it. I didn't really see the point of it.
Fair play.
Really.
Then we've got the Locust Heavy Destroyers and the Canoptech Doomstalkers for Necrons, which I think all the Necron stuff we've said is amazing. So,
Yeah. Necrons, big win for the year. And the Codex. Codex is pretty good as well.
I think
looked at some of the new stuff, the Codex.
Yeah, and then the 9th edition previews began. So we got told about the Crusade system, which I would love to have played a game of. If I'm honest with you, that'd just be swell if we'd been able to play a game.
pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
And they
We'll
just
get there.
started, introducing rules like the changes to tanks and stuff like that, heavy weapons and bits and bobs, and the way things work. We haven't done an episode on Ninth, really, have we?
No,
Maybe
not
we'll do an
particularly.
episode on what we think of Ninth. But anyway, well, I'm concerned,
We should.
the vast majority of the changes are good.
Very
all the
good.
stuff that was revealed. I remember being very
Definitely.
excited about Crusade.
Yes, we've. I mean, in my head, I'm always very fluffy and trying to make it immerse in it on the battlefield. In my head, I always say at the start, what's the situation?
Why
you know
are
what I
we
mean?
here?
What's the backstory to this game? Every time we do a game, because in my head, I just think there has to be something. So Crusade is going to be that beautiful system in place where we can just bring it all together properly, narratively.
It's going to be
It'll be
beautiful.
very cool.
And that
Very cool.
is the first 6 months of the year.
Bish bash bosh.
Overall thoughts on the first 6
Overall
months?
thoughts. It's been a troubling time in the world. And I'll be honest with you, I think having that little escapism on a Saturday every so often watching the previews was such a good shout from Games Workshop.
Definitely.
Because it gave a good 2 hours of just being able to chill and just look at awesome new stuff coming in the hobby. So, I mean, across the board, Sisters of Battle completely revamped, awesome. Necron's got a massive revamp, awesome. Space Marines got more stuff, awesome.
You can
know,
talk
the
about
characters,
how it's too much, but it's amazing stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot for Space Marines, but it is good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the little characters here and there, it's just been very, very good. That first 6 months, very, very good. Lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Bile, I think Fabius Bile is probably my favourite thing.
I was going to say, what if you had to pick one, what would be your favourite? You're going to go with Fabius?
Yeah, I think it'd be Bile. It's just I love that character. Fabius Bile is up there with the ones that I think I first sort of know from when I first started. It was Abaddon, or Abaddon, whichever way you pronounce it.
You call him Abaddon.
Abaddon.
I don't like calling him Abaddon.
Abaddon and Bile were like the first characters I think I remember from. Obviously, the Primarch stuff came into it, but they're the sort of the first ones I remember of looking at the hobby and going, actually, Warhammer 40k is awesome.
Yeah.
So to have both of them have brand new models in probably the space of a year, because I don't think Abaddon was too long ago, is actually really cool. So yeah. What about you? What is your favourite bit of this year?
So I mean, Fabius was pretty impressive. If you asked me to pick a model, I'd struggle to not say Fabius. I think, which I know is annoying because we picked the same one, but he is.
Why copying me, man?
But he is just everything I wanted him to be.
No, he is. He is. He is very, very cool.
I could potentially. I know he sort of came out the last year, but they did release him individually. The new Drazar.
Yes, Drazar's very cool.
Technically came out the year before, but if I could just cheat a little bit,
we'll let you have
they
it.
brought his individual thing out, so I'm having it. He was
very cool.
A lot of people didn't like him, the new Drazar model.
The only thing I don't like about the new Drazar model is the fact he stood on that weird like cross-shaped piece of terrain, like there's the two sort of things in there that he stood on. I feel like if they'd have just sort of had him on the floor with his arms out like he got sort of like in a almost like he's doing some pirouetting spin, but he's just running forward. I think that would have been cooler. But
I get that.
Me. It was the year for Hero Rocks.
When I first saw him in my head, I was a bit like, I'm not 100% sure. But then when I got him and I built him, I was like, I love this model.
It is a very cool model.
And the new Incubi.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick my overall favourite thing to come out for the whole year, it would be the Psychic Awakening Book 4 rules for Thousand Suns. Because to me, it just felt like it was finishing my codex off. All these codexes were coming out where they had choices of different, Admech had the Forge worlds and Space Marines had chapters and all this, and I always thought, it'd be really cool to have something like that for Thousand Suns. So when they did it, it was good.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
brought so many ideas into my head. For
the back fluff.
Yeah, my Demon Prince of Time
Fluff.
and
It's all
stuff
there.
like that. That's the stuff
Yeah,
I like.
definitely.
When a rule makes you want to model something, not because it's OP, but because you really like the idea of this weird backstory thing. That's when
it's been hit right.
Hit right.
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
So excellente. So we'll do the next 6 months, next episode.
Yeah.
Where it's and I've not looked at it yet. To be honest with you, think about it now. I can't remember a lot. So
I feel like it's mainly been Space Marines. I'll be honest with you.
But
first 4 from here, sort of.
I'd have said that about the first 6 months, but actually it wasn't towards the end. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe when you lay it all out, it's not as bad as we think.
No, maybe not. I think. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll look through. And we'll have a chat.
Excellent. So let's take a break.
Alright.
Because I need to urinate. In all honesty,
that's fine. I think I'll join.
You're gonna come over?
I'll nip up. Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll do our hobby progress, our plan, what we've done, and we'll do our intro. Okay, we are back, and we're going to finish off the show with our hobby progress and stuff like that. Would you like to go first?
I can do.
Have you got a lot to talk about?
No, not at all.
Please move on.
I had a lot of time spare from having to isolate before last episode, but I've been back at work and having 2 weeks off and then going back to work. Oh my lord, was I tired? So getting back into the swing of working and life and whatnot. I didn't. The first week I didn't really do much. I didn't actually put paint to model, brush to model, to paint, to brush, to model, to water pot, and all that jazz. In the first week. The second week, however, this week just gone, I have continued work with my secret project.
Which I still don't know what it is.
I love it. I love that you're still in the dark.
It's really upsetting me. I don't want to talk about it. Move on.
I'm glad. And then after hearing the little bit of negative news, we say that the Death Guard Codex, unfortunately, is going to be pushed back till early next year. Prior to that, I was painting some of the Death Guard stuff. So I've finished another 2. I think it was 2 or 3 Plague Marines. I've started some because I have a squad of melee Plague Marines built, primed, and whatnot. But I've just been slowly painting away at them. So I've painted 1 of them and then 2 just normal guys.
Beautiful.
And then I've just continued to mess about with my Defiler as well. So I've got a bit more modelling done on that. I've bought some stuff to help me with said modelling. Some more sculpting tools. I was struggling with. See, he's going to have a big old belly.
Right.
Basically. He's got a big old belly. But getting it quite smooth was quite difficult. I've got some like metal tools, so I'm gonna try. I've bought some sculpting tools that are rubber tipped. I've got one that it's a bit small. So some bigger tools that are sort of like it's for sculpting, but it's a rubber sort of nib to it, which hopefully will give that sort of softer. I'll be able to get some better shapes on his big old belly.
That's cool.
So yeah. I've just been sort of plodding along. I've not really finished anything. It's just been
bits and bobs,
titivating some Death Guard, and whatnot. But purchase-wise, I've had the Black Friday bug, and I bought some stuff from Element Games. I bought another 2 Plague Burst crawlers.
Good lord.
So now I have 3 of them, which I'm excited about trying because they are quite tough. They have had a few changes with their entropy cannons, which I've always loved. The entropy cannons. So yeah,
Look
excited to
forward
do
to
that.
that.
And I've also purchased, and begrudgingly, because it was more expensive, because there was now 2 of them in the box as opposed to 1. But I have bought I can't remember what they're called. Are they called Ale Guzzler
Oh, the smaller giants
Gargant?
that used to be
The
the
smaller giants. I
smaller
think the
in
Man
sort of,
Crusher Gargants.
yeah. So you did
Yes.
it. You went
I
and bought the 2.
bought. I did it. They won. They beat me. I've had the vision of doing a Nurgle Demon Prince with that model.
Well, here's the
For
thing.
it seems like forever.
So an idea
Yeah.
has just come to me as you've said that.
Mm,
You've got 2 giants to make 1
2
thing.
giants.
That means you've got 2 heads.
Not wrong.
You've got
You're
spare arms. You know,
correct.
nothing saying that this thing has to have 2 arms.
That's very true.
You could really create
That's a good way of looking
something.
at it. That-
You know, 2 heads would look
something
cool, like a
quite-
Cho'Gall-esque.
Yeah, that would be quite cool.
Would be
actually,
quite
wouldn't
cool.
it? Yeah.
Like you've spent the money on 2 now.
Ooh. Why go 2? Why not go 3?
Create some weird.
Why not do like a 4-headed
Oh god,
thing where
I
it's
wish
like
I'd not had
even
that image.
all the way around?
I was
Do
thinking
you know what I
more
mean?
like the human
So
centipede.
it's like, oh god, oh god. That's changed my idea. I
Nurgle.
might actually. Ooh. Hey?
That's very Nurgly, the human centipede.
Yeah, that is true. Although I don't know what my girlfriend would
No, I think
say.
yeah. Imagine putting that on the table.
She's seen some of my Nurgle stuff and it's repulsed her. So I don't know. Yeah, that
Yeah, it
could
might
be
a bridge
that
too
could be an
far.
awkward combo.
Yeah, but that'd be cool. The
yes,
extra headed
but yes,
stuff.
yeah. I've got that. I've got some ideas. I've got some new ideas now, and that will be into next year's sort of hobby going, just plodding with that sort of stuff. I've come to the realization that I work better if I just plod.
Okay.
As opposed to sit and force myself.
I appreciate that.
I enjoy it better plodding.
We all have our own way of working.
So that is me. Yes. That is my hobby progress to basically, if you can call it that. There's been a bit of painting, a bit of this, and I bought a few bits. So that's me. That's me. How about yourself, sir?
I think you're doing better than me. So I finished Hrothgorn's Man-Trappers, the warband for Shadespire, the ogre.
Yes.
The cat and
very
the
cool.
3 goblins. I was really happy with how it turned out.
It looked very, very cool.
I have a
very
thing
nice.
with the Shadespire warband. So normally when I come to paint something for 40k, I know in my head what I'm going to do before I do it.
Yeah.
When I do these Shadespire warbands, I just start painting and see what happens.
Just no plan.
Yeah, so what you end up with is some bits of it look good. Some bits of it look a little bit weird because it's not quite worked. But it's cool to just try out different stuff. Like, for example, I did something different with the metal on them. So I painted it silver and then I made a really browny orange and washed it with that to try and make it look rusty.
All right,
and it kind of worked. It would have looked better if I did it my normal way of doing metal, but do you know what? It was a mess about, So
give it a go.
Yeah, I did airbrushing on like the goblins. I think they're Noblars actually. Is their official title? And the fur on the cat, I did all with the airbrush and did like a transition and stuff. I think it turned out all right.
Yeah, no, they look really good.
I really enjoyed painting them, but it took a lot of time, in all honesty, because I didn't have a plan. I was just messing about. It was a bit of an investment. So the only other thing I've done is I built my Razorwing jet fighter for my Dark Eldar. Because obviously we had the news that the Codex is coming in the new year. So I
Yes,
want to get
yes.
them
Very
everything. I
exciting.
want to get everything I've got done.
Yep. Yep.
So I built that. I undercoated it today. Primed
Okay.
it. I was gonna do all the base coat today, but as I was spraying it with the airbrush, I was very aware of how much I was handling it, because
Oh, okay.
it's not like a normal
Right.
model where I can just put it on my painting handle. So
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to give the primer a full day to cure before I put any paint on it, before I start handling it with
Yes.
my
Good idea.
disgusting
No.
human
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah. Yes.
Because when
Your
I
cheesy mittens.
exactly because I do very thin layers with the airbrush, it can rub off easy. So I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
need to rush it. I've
No.
primed it. It's ready to go. And
Because it's
I
not
can
like
just
we're playing games anytime
exactly.
soon.
I have nothing to paint for. It's funny. I put it up on my Instagram story that I was working on it, and
Yeah.
this guy I speak to was like, "Oh yeah, I love my Razorwing Jetfire because it's a really good distraction for so that your opponent shoots at that and nothing else." And I'm thinking, that's great. I'm going to put a lot of hours of painting into this thing, and it's going to die on turn one. And he was like, "Yeah, that'll happen." I was like, "Okay, fine. If that's its destiny, that's fine."
It knows its role.
And I also primed up a raider I had for the so I use different colours for my Cabal and my Witch Cult.
Mhm.
I haven't done a vehicle yet for the Cabal, so I'm going to use that as a test for the red.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
See how it turns out. So it could be I could paint it and then strip it, which I have a habit of doing. So we'll see. We'll see. Tune in next time to see if I've stripped it or not.
Watch this space.
And then, in terms of purchases, I'm going to throw a real curveball here.
Okay.
I
Tau.
pledged.
Oh.
How many times are you going to make that joke? I pledged to my first ever Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I pledged to the Cult of Paint Dear God one. I don't know if you saw it.
I can't say I did.
I'm going to send it you now. So Cult of Paint did a. It's a selection of basically bigger scale models. For painting.
Yep.
So I pledged at the 35 quid for one 54mm miniature.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. They're just really cool.
But
so I've been looking at Kickstarter for ages.
A bust? Or is
it's
it
not a bust. They do
yeah.
busts, and I was gonna get the bust, but I kind of wanted the full mini, to be honest with you.
Oh, so is it the Deer Man, as I will call him?
So yeah, if you scroll down, there's the sort of Deer Man-esque thing. But if you go down even further, there's a guy with a bow. That's the one I'm going for. He's got like a
the lady with the bow?
Yeah, with
the
blind lady with a bow and a bird.
Yeah.
Or if you go down more, there's
that
some sort of
cool
magey.
That is a very nice.
Some sort of magey thing further down.
Some...
I haven't picked yet.
I
get to pick one out of those, and if you go down, there's a swordsman even further down.
Oh yeah,
that's
very cool.
You know, for painting up, I thought I've been looking at Kickstarter for ages. I always see things that I want to get in on.
Very cool.
Normally
nice.
They're like 100 quid and stuff like that to get anything worth having. You know, with like board games and stuff. I saw this and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do it. I've wanted to do it for ages. They are incredible models, and I want to get into part of my stuff for 2021 is going to be painting up larger scale stuff for display and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I thought, fuck it.
Go for it, lad.
I went for
Why
it.
not?
Why not?
What you got to lose?
Treat yourself. It's not due till about May next year, so you know, there's that.
You've got a while.
I've got a while, but it's there.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. So
very cool.
But that's it. Fortunately,
very nice.
I've not bought
any
40k.
Oh good God!
I know.
Oh good God!
I've just been, to be honest with you, I've done all my Christmas shopping, and I've just been like, well, that's my money gone. So
it's what it is. Isn't it
is what it is. It's Christmas, so
yeah.
Plan for the next 2 weeks.
Plan for the next 2 weeks. So it's a difficult one around this time of year. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I say there's a lot of stuff. We're not actually doing that much going out, I suppose, at the minute because
But it's
of
Christmas, isn't it?
one thing and another. It's Christmas, nevertheless. So I think it's just again gonna plod along. What I am gonna pledge is to have something painted that we can put up from me to show you as a piece for next week. So you can have there'll be a picture up of something that I've actually fully done and dusted up on screen. That's what I'm going to pledge. It's an easy one. It's a bit of a cop out. That's what I'm doing.
Do it.
That's what I'm doing.
Do it.
I'll have something that you can look at. That's my pledge.
It's not very specific, but we'll take it.
Quick dick pic.
Up on the screen. Have a look at that, lads.
Take that in.
Let me know what you think.
There you go.
I'm going to, I think it's fairly obvious from what I said, I'm going to finish the Razor Wing Jet Fighter, hopefully get the Raider done, and then just start on the rest of the Dark Elder. I just want to get it all ready for the new Codex, I think.
Yeah, very cool.
Because I don't have, my big distraction was the Harlequins. I've finished all what I've got now, so
yeah,
I'll start the Dark Elder. Excellent.
Very cool. Very cool.
Let's get to the bit, the reason we're all here.
The Instagram.
The Instagram pics. The chosen.
Pick of the week.
The chosen.
The chosen.
Do you want to go first, or shall I go first?
I got it here. I could go first if you.
You go.
If you may wish.
I'm with you.
Okay. So.
Drop me some sweet pictures.
This is. I saw it and I just thought, that is epic. That is so epic, right? I can't. I think his name is Karsis _.
Right, you're gonna have to spell this out.
Deharoff.
You're gonna have to spell
Deharoff. Okay. It is KARCIST _DHYROTH. Karsis Deharoff.
Okay.
And he has basically done what only I could describe as the mecca of the Omnissiah.
So do you want to hear something really weird?
What's that?
I had a very similar conversion planned. That I was going to do.
Did you?
Yeah. I know what model he's used. It was obviously never going to be as good as this, looking at it.
Well, he's beat you to it, mate.
He's beat me to it. I know. He's
beat you to it.
So explain to the people.
So basically what he's got here is a tech. Well, I mean, you collect the admate. It's a tech priest, basically, by the looks of it. Some sort of just absolutely beautiful tech priest on a. I don't even know what would you call that? He's on his throne, basically.
So do you know what model he's based it off? Do you recognise the model?
It is one of the Nighthorn.
Yeah, so it's the Nighthorn guy who sat in the
Nighthorn models. Yeah.
The Craven King. No, is he? I can't remember which one he is, but yeah. And then
yeah,
he's taken that
one of them
and made it into a mech throne, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
nice.
it's
just epic.
Do you know what I really like?
It's just Sam.
I like the hat he's put on him.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Scarlet Monastery from World of Warcraft.
Yes.
That hat, like High Inquisitor White.
Yes, it does.
It's got that sort of. That is cool.
Yeah. He referred to in his post as the Goat Pope, which I quite liked.
I like that. Yeah, 'cause it's got the goat head.
The Goat Pope.
I'm definitely doing that conversion.
It also made me instantly think of like Star Wars. Star Wars episode. Hang on, I got my episodes wrong here. Which ones? The middle ones, but the first ones. So episode
4, 5, and 6.
Was it episode 4, 5, and 6? That's where I'm.
The original.
At. So no, not the originals. No, the middle ones, the not so good ones in the middle.
Oh, you mean the middle ones? Chronologically, not.
Chronologically.
Okay, so 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. It reminded me of one of the I can't remember what they are, but what's the woman? Palpatine. I always get Palpatine, and then there was the
Padme.
Anakin's mum. What was Anakin's mum's name?
I can't remember his
she was
mum's
Palpatine,
name.
wasn't she?
No, his mum.
Yeah.
The woman who lived on the Sand Planet.
No, not his
No,
mum. Not
you're
his
on
mum.
about
No,
his
his
missus.
missus.
Yeah, you
Anakin's
sick
missus.
bastard.
What was her name though? Was it
Padme.
Palpatine?
Padme.
Padme.
Yeah.
Palpatine's the bad guy.
Yes.
But I'm sure she was like Princess Palpatine. No, she wasn't. Anyway, there's a scene when she's talking to some of the delegates.
Her second name is
Amidala.
Whatever. Padme Amidala.
I was dead close.
You were close.
It reminds me of something. I can't remember what the creature is, but some sort of delegate to some spacey stuff in Star Wars. It just reminded when I saw it anyway. I can't remember. Yeah,
that's cool.
They're aliens. You know what I mean? Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. You could argue that he's pulled inspiration from all over the place for this.
Yeah. I love how dark mechanic it is as well.
Yeah, it's just
check
forward minions.
So it
you know what I mean?
Carsist Dycroft.
Oh yes,
it'll be on screen.
Check him out. Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
That is my pick of the week.
It's a great pick. I've gone for So it's the underscore, and this is the weird one. So I'm going to try and say this right.
Okay.
Mechiniac. Yeah.
Jesus.
So that's Mech, MECHIN, IAC.
Yep.
I think.
Okay.
The Mechiniac. What's the second bit? Creations. So it's right. I'm getting this. I'm making a right mess of this. It's the underscore Mechiniac underscore creations.
Okay.
Make sure I'm getting this right. Sorry, Mechiniac. No, right.
Jesus Christ, man!
It's very
What's
difficult.
the matter with you? I can't
Right.
I can't deal with this. I'll wait to watch it when the video comes out.
No, I've got it. Look, it's the the underscore MACH INIAC underscore creations. You got that?
Yeah.
Good grief, we got there. And he's got it's a Telemon Dreadnought for the Custodes, which one of my favourite models of all time anyway. And I think he's got two actually, so pick one of any of the previous poses. But he's put them on these, they're in incredible action poses, and he's put them on these Demon World bases where they're just tearing apart some Khorne demons.
They are pretty epic. Yeah, they are very cool. Oh, the one with the demon prince is fantastic.
I love the one
grabbed his blade like no.
Yeah, the one where he's, I think the second picture along, he's sort of stomping on one.
Yeah.
That is how a dreadnought should feel.
That's very, very Adeptus Custodes.
Yeah, I absolutely. I'll be honest with you.
You're going to start.
Custodes have been speaking to me. They've been speaking to me for some time. I won't say any more than that.
Fair enough.
But if
you already bought some?
No, I've not. If I suddenly start a secret project, this is what it is.
That's what it's going to be. Okay. That's fair.
I just think it's, but the way this guy.
They are very, very cool. Very cool models.
And you've got to admire the commitment of a guy who's took a whole demon prince just to use as basing material.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah.
So
hats off.
Amazing,
to the guy.
Incredible. As our shout outs always are. Instagram is humbling, to say the least.
Yeah, there's so much incredible content people have made. You literally just got to look for 5 minutes and you'll be inspired to do something. So hats off to the community.
Check him out as well, because he's got a few tutorials on there as well. I will say, Sam, just for you, I know we sent keep scrolling down till you see his Typhus conversion.
I just had a look. Yes, looks very, very nice.
He's holding up half a guardsman.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's exactly how it should be.
I really, really want to put more time into, one, my basing, and two, doing some conversions and stuff next year. I need to up my basing game. You're very good at bases.
I do. It completes a mini.
Yeah, and
the base, you can paint. Yeah, you can paint the best mini in the world. You put him on a mediocre base, then you want to add a bit of character, build the scene is in what's on the floor.
I love it.
It's as important as what's on the mini.
It is. It is.
Very
Excellent.
cool though. Very, very cool.
That brings episode 9 to a close.
To a halt.
A close. Let us know what you thought of the first 6 months of 2020.
Yep, definitely.
Only 40k. We don't want to hear about you. You know, we've all been through a lot. I think.
Have you enjoyed the 40k?
Yeah, the 40k aspect. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the second 6 months of the year.
Yep.
Our thoughts and feelings. Please subscribe, follow us on
Yep.
Instagram, like the video, comment on the video, and
Like,
all that jazz.
Comment, subscribe,
turn your notifications on, etc., etc. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Goodbye.